Welcome to the PhoneArena.com video review of the Samsung Memoir. The Memoir is the first 8-megapixel camera phone to make its way to the US shores, offered by Samsung and T-Mobile. As you can see, the phone side is dominated by a large 3.1-inch touchscreen. At 262,000 colors and a 240 by 400 resolution, it's one of the better touchscreens on the market. Instead of being capacitive, it's resistive, like we've seen with most Samsung models. However, it is plenty responsive and offers a nice haptic feedback when touched. The phone features Samsung's Touchwiz Ui. As you can see, we can pull up the launcher from the left side and then take a widget and drag it right under the home screen. For instance, we have our pictures. We can now flick through these pictures and see what they have in store for us. In general, we found the widgets to be cool but not necessarily useful. There are some that are better than others. For instance, the weather app actually gives us live weather even when it's inside the bar. Not sure if you can tell, but it does give us the temperature. Other ones, like birthdays, will tell us of any contacts' birthdays that are coming up. If it is somebody's birthday, it gives us an option to call or text them, a feature that we like. A lot of the widgets take up screen real estate, so you can't have too many on there at once. For this reason, we think the UI is best used as a launcher as opposed to the on-screen. At times it is useful to have some on-screen. For instance, with music playback. However, when we're not using that application, it's more convenient for us to just drag that back out. Hiding the display gives you a nice, clean interface. Down at the bottom we have 4 tabs. We have the phone, which brings up the dial pad. Our phone book. We really like all the options Samsung's included here. The Memoir definitely toes the line between smartphone and dumb phone with its contact possibilities. You have plenty of room for all kinds of numbers, nicknames, and other information. You have ringtones and web pages, up to 4 email addresses, as well as predefined IM slots, a birthday and anniversary date. Again, that birthday integrates with the birthday widget. And last but not least, we have an address. Basically, we have all the information we could need for any contacts, and if not, there's a place to store a note. Our next tab is Web, which we'll get into a little bit more later, and finally Menu. The menu brings up a fairly standard menu. Nothing really new here, but it does have very nice animations and icons. The right side of the phone has the volume rocker, the lock key, and the camera shutter. On the left, we simply have the 20-pin Samsung charging, data, and unfortunately headset port, as well as a micro USB slot. The back of the phone is dominated by the 8-megapixel camera, has a Xenon flash, and as we can see to the right here, there is this phone's single speaker. When held like a camera, everything's in the right place. At the top, the camera shutter rests on your right hand. The volume rocker, which acts as the zoom, is for your left finger. Everything's very intuitive, and it feels like you're holding a regular digital camera. We'll pull up the interface here and take a quick look. It's very similar to the Pixon, in fact almost identical. We have a video mode as well, of course. The shooting modes for the camera include single, continuous, panorama, smile shot, and mosaic. Panoramic shots are fantastic. We simply choose the direction we want to move in, snap a picture, and as you can see, there's this green line on the screen that's coming up. Since we're taking an all-white shot here, we're probably confusing it right now. But once that green line matches with the screen, it automatically snaps the next shot, making it foolproof. Other options for the camera include a timer, a flash, and brightness. The video is similar. Again, we find a timer, brightness. The flash, unfortunately, is disabled, which means we have no recording light. The modes we have are normal, picture message, and slow motion. It will record at HD resolutions of 720 by 480. Overall, we found the camera to be excellent. Check out the review for sample shots. The web experience on the Samsung Memoir is not fantastic. They feature a full HTML browser, and it does indeed render pages very well. The problem is, especially over Edge, everything's exceptionally slow. Even loading T-Mobile's homepage, you can see it's taking forever, and this is a cell phone optimized page. When we try to load a larger page, such as Phone Arena, it can take over a minute or longer. We like the Samsung browser, it just needs to render pages quicker. Our other issue with the phone is the call quality. It was downright abysmal with this phone. We are having another unit sent out to us just to verify, but callers told us that it was the worst sounding phone that we've ever reviewed. On our end, those claims were backed up. We were cutting in and out a lot, as were they. Voices were simply dropping off, and the sound quality and reproduction was awful. This came as a big surprise because we've seen excellent results from Samsung in the past. Stay tuned, and if we find different results with our new unit, we will definitely update the review. All in all, we liked the Memoir very well. Call quality issues aside, it's a camera phone, and it performed excellently as such. We are very pleased with the results that we got. The battery life on the phone is pretty good, rated at 5.5 hours. The feel and build quality are excellent, and we don't mind the Samsung Touchwiz Ui when used properly. Hopefully they'll address the call issues with either future firmware updates or, as we stated, we just got a defective unit to review. Other than that, we think they have a winner on their hands. It's not perfect by any means, but for what it is, it's great.